All right, y'all, tell me if I'm wrong. So I had this teenage girl babysitting my son while he was in town for like 2.5, 3 weeks tops. Long story short, she came up with a price that she was comfortable with charging me. I'm like, all right, cool, that's what's up, because technically, like, I wasn't working like a regular job, but I was like doing Uber here and there. And I was getting ready to start my job, so like I was having to work, but I wasn't getting paid the pay that I was supposed to get paid. So one week, no, the first couple, like whatever, I was able to pay her. The second week, I was like, dude, I really ain't got it like that, because like my other obligations, like to my car and to my rent, like my rent, all that good stuff, which ain't got nothing to do with them. So I ain't even fault them on that. I just need to know if I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, I have no problem with holding myself accountable whatsoever. But I was super transparent with the mom. Like, she knew everything that was going on with this and snap. So um, she was like, well, I'm gonna talk to my daughter, and then I'll let her know, like, we won't be able to do that price right now, but until you start working, then we'll go from there. I'm like, all right, cool, that works. Mom never talked to her daughter, so it came time to pay her, and the daughter looking like, I don't know nothing about that. I said, don't worry, baby. So I just gave her the regular pay. So then that third week, basically, he didn't really go over there, because then my daughter ended up coming into town. So um, for that week, I think the pay was super. It wasn't even that much, but I just didn't have it. Like, my rent is supposed to be one price, and then it was ended up being a different price. Which again, they ain't got nothing to do with them. But I'm open and transparent, so I communicated that to the mom. I didn't even say all of that. I just was like, hey, would it be okay if I pay your child next week Friday? She said yes. I'm like, cool, ain't no sweat. So my one of my daughter's birthdays was coming up. Well, two of them were, but my little one birthday was coming up. So I said, I know you want to do her hair for her birthday. She said, yeah, I'm gonna do her hair for her birthday. I got her. I love her. So after that, in my where I'm from, it's like, if you say that you're going to do something for somebody for their birthday, like, or just do something period, then that means you're going to do it out of the kindness of your heart, not thinking, like, in my mind, I never thought that she was expecting me to pay her to put like a braided ponytail in her hair, because that's not how she said it. But anyway, I ended up not getting her, because she ended up texting me. So I talked to her about paying her the following Friday. I talked to her, I think that was like a Wednesday or a Thursday. I asked her about that, and she said yes. So now Sunday comes, and her daughter texts me like, hey, can we meet up so you can pay me the money that you owe me? And I was like, oh, your mom was supposed to talk to you. She said it was okay for me to pay you the following Friday. So then the mom texts me. I guess it was like right next to each other. And then the mom texts me, and she was like, oh, um, do you still want me to do Phoenix, your daughter here? And I'm like, oh no, we just gonna hold off on it, because for one, I hadn't had the time to wash it, and she wanted to go swimming for her birthday. So then she was like, oh, okay. When I told her no, I'm not gonna do it, she was like, oh, okay, well, just add an additional $20 onto my child's payment, since you're gonna be late paying her, and um, she can't get her shoes for school now. Now, baby, girl, chill. Don't do that. Don't try to get over it, because now she knew that I was starting my new job, and then the following week I was supposed to start getting paid regular pay, but they end up doing training pay. But again, they ain't got nothing to do with her. But now I'm like, are you trying to count my pockets? But anywho, you, her getting shoes ain't got nothing to do with me. Me deciding not to get Phoenix hair ain't got nothing to do with nothing, because it was never supposed to be a paid service. And even if it was supposed to be a paid service, if I choose not to get her hair done, that ain't got nothing to do with me, that now you're short on getting your child some shoes. And then again, I spoke to you, and I was communicated, and I was transparent with you, and asked you in advance if it would be okay if I paid your daughter the following Friday, and you said yes. If there were any stipulations at that time, it should have been communicated. Not 3 days later when you decide like, oh, since I'm not doing your daughter hair and not getting paid for it, and now I can't get my daughter shoes, add on an additional $20. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? That makes no sense to me. Like, if she would have said that, oh, the stipulation is if you pay my daughter a week late, then you need to pay interest, right? I'm all for interest, baby, because I don't believe in lending money out because for just the regular price without having to pay it. Because at the end of the day, if you were to go to a bank or anything else, you're gonna have to pay an interest on that money. So I have no problem I have no problem with paying the interest if it was communicated to begin with. At least give me that opportunity to say yay or nay. Do I agree with your stipulations or don't I? Never had the opportunity. So in my mind, I'm like, yeah, nah, baby girl, we're not doing that. So I didn't even reply to that message because I don't know, who do you think I am? First of all. Second of all, I'm not giving it my energy because we ain't talk about that. So the following Friday come and the girl texts me, which is fine because she's at school and I'm at work anyway. So I knew that we were gonna end up linking up after we both were. She was done with school and I was done with work. But I was just going to cash app her because I ain't got time for it. I'm not about to. I ain't got time. I'm not meeting up with nobody. I ain't got time for that. So I cashed app her $5 more than what I owed her because I'm not paying no additional $20 because I never agreed on that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Again, that y'all didn't have the money for shoes and I only owed $40. So $40 ain't buying no shoes. And if you were banking on doing my daughter's hair for $50, that would have been $90 plus an additional 20. Like, what? Stop trying to play. First of all, I may look nice and kind, but don't make the old Mark come back out, bro. Like, but that's besides the point. I'm asking y'all, am I right or am I wrong? Like, where am I wrong at? Because I didn't owe her an additional $20. No. So now we don't talk, and I thought that we was gonna be cool. People be trying to get over on people all the time, and like that shit is not cool, bro. Like, don't try to get over on somebody just because you think that they're nice or think that they're kind or think that they're gonna be a people pleaser. Like, don't do that because you got me messed up. Like, that was the old. I'm not. No. Am I right or wrong?